At the time of recording this video, we are 3 weeks away from the Simpsons season and the live event that will end chapter 6. Now, I wanted to make a little retrospective video at this point for this chapter because this chapter was really good, okay? It was really good and I wanted to make a video about it. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about chapter 6, season 1, also the 33rd season of Fortnite. Yes, we are that far into Fortnite. This season had a pretty good loot pool, okay? We've got the Typhoon Blade, which was an amazing melee weapon. We've got the Shogun X Fire Mask, the Void Oni Mask, which was incredibly good for movement. We've got the Sentinel Pump Shotgun, the Fury Assault Rifle, the Oni Shotgun, the Hollow Twister Shotgun, which is okay, the Surge Fire SMG, and overall a lot of really good and satisfying weapons, at least in my opinion. Let's not forget that this chapter we got a new map, Oniroshima, a Japanese inspired map with a lot of cool locations, at least in my opinion, okay? We got locations like the Night Forest, Shogun Solitude, Night Rose location. It was really good. Foxy Floodgate is my favorite location this chapter overall. The map is amazing. Okay, they really cooked with it and I really enjoyed the look of it. It looks so much better than chapter 5 graphics wise. It looks a little bit more cartoony and I think that's a step into the right direction. The new movement mechanics like the wall climbing, the rolling, the leap jump were really fun to experiment with. Also, the new bosses actually felt like bosses, okay? For example, Night Rose was actually really fun to fight, not like these chapter 5 to chapter 2 bosses which are like just NPCs that were shooting you basically. This actually made you think a little how to defeat them. There is also Shogun X, which is a little bit annoying because we had him like for a boss for like 3 seasons in a row and it got kind of boring. But overall, the bosses had a really big improvement and they will not stop with that. It will continue to improve overall in this chapter. Okay, I'm also going to say that I'm not going to talk about the story now and I'm going to talk at the end of the video about the story. Make a pretty good of everything that has happened so far in the chapter 6 story and to not forget anything. So at the end of the video there will be a story segment with everything that has happened. This is a chapter that we also got a one-time mythic. What does that mean? Well, there is going to be a thing that will spawn on the island and you will go interact with it, yes? And then you will transform you, Oi, and your teammates into a big thing that you will have a limited time to play as. I don't know if that made sense as an explanation, but if you've played in chapter 6, you know what I'm talking about. And in this season, we had Godzilla and King Kong, but he wasn't playable. Yes, you could have been Godzilla on the Fortnite map. You could have stomped enemies, fire breath your enemy, or a stomping breath, I don't know. I didn't watch any Godzilla movies, I'm sorry guys. And it was overall really fun. He also got a location on the map. And both of them got 3 skins, Mechagodzilla, King Kong, and normal evolved Godzilla. Overall, this was a good and fun start to this kind of trend that they will go forward with. Also had Winterfest 2024 this season, and it was pretty interesting, okay? There was a giant iceberg on the map, and little by little it defrosted, and Mariah Carey was in there. We had a little quick concert, I don't really call it a concert, but it was fun and overall a really enjoyable Winterfest. Unfortunately, they don't do Winterfest as cool as Fortnitemares, but still a pretty enjoyable event. Then we got the next season, chapter 6, season 2, also called Lawless. Now this season was again really fun. We got the Baron's double pistol this season, the collateral damage assault rifle, the Bat, aka the knee snapper, which was a lot of fun, the porta cover, the pool scanner, Overall, a lot of fun, weapons and mechanics, especially the armored transport. That was really fun. It was basically a car that you could have kidnapped people with in the back. That was fun. Okay guys, I really enjoyed that. A lot of fun and a cool concept overall. We also got a new section on the map, the Lawless section, which included Crime City, which is the MVP location of this season, which was a pretty cool and overall the most drop location for me. We also got Baron's Mansion or Fletcher's Mansion, I'm not sure. And yeah, a really good map change in my opinion. We had Fletcher Kane as a boss, which he would have teleported to a random vault, and you could have killed him. There were also the vaults re-added, which were a lot of fun to break into this time. It was like an actual robbery. And there was also the DILL bits, which were like a new, I don't know how to say, currency in this game mode. You could have bought a exotic weapon with this one time per match. Then we got the Mortal Kombat collab, which gave us Scorpion and Sub-Zero as bosses. And also both of them came with a combat kit, which was basically just a combo from the Mortal Kombat game. And I must say, this was a really fun collab that I enjoyed, and I hope they will do something again like this in the future. Then we probably got the most controversial season, or might I say mini season from this chapter, that being the Galactic Battle / Star Wars season. This gave us 4 Star Wars locations on the map, all 4 of them being in the corners, one of them being Tatooine, one a resistance base, one a First Order base, and one being Samurai Vader's Solitude. The loot pool this season was very controversial, all of the weapons being blasters from Star Wars, so basically we got no ammo this season. Also, obviously, the Star Wars weapons, aka the lightsabers, returned with the added TIE Fighter and X-Wings, which were, to be honest, a lot of fun. This season was, put in 4 phases. The first being the Imperial Takeover, which was basically all I talk about. Then we got the Pull of the Force, which gave us lightsabers. Then we got the Mandalorians Rising, which gave us the Mandalorian skins and their jetpacks and sniper rifles. And then we've got the Star Destroyer Bombardment, which this was this season's one-time mythic. Now, one of your teammates needed to get into a portal, and then all of you are going to be destroyed in a Star Destroyer. And basically, you just annihilate everybody. It was fun. Now, this season also had a live event, but I'm going to talk about it a bit later in the video at the story section, so stay tuned for that. Then we got the Super Season, which was basically the superhero season. Yes, this is the first original superhero season with actual superheroes. I'm sorry, Chapter 1 Season 4, those were just actors. We got 2 new locations. We got the Supernova Academy, which is where all the superheroes are, and the location of Daigo, which he is the new boss this season, and he is pretty cool, okay? He was so fucking amazing that I got his skin. That was my first swear this video, I'm sorry. The loot pool this season was actually a lot of fun with weapons like the kill switch revolvers, which basically let you be in slow motion when you are aiming. That was a lot of fun. We got the best boost, which was basically a movement ability. We got the mist gauntlets, which are kind of shit in my opinion. The wing shot grappler, which is basically just Batman's grappler from chapter 1. We got new sprite. I didn't talk about sprite, that's weird. We also got a lot of pretty cool weapons along this season, like the Light Rider Surf Cube, which was basically just a surfboard. This season's one-time mythic was Superman! Yeah, we got Superman. Now, he also got a location on the map, which is his base from the movie, because this collab is based from the movie Superman that released this summer. I must say, the movie was amazing, I really loved it. Now, what can I say about the Mythic, really? You are just Superman, okay? You can fly, you can shoot lasers, you kill people. Wait, that sounds like Injustice or Zack Snyder Superman more than Superman, but it doesn't really matter. It was a lot of fun and really enjoyable from what I've heard. I don't know, I didn't play with it unfortunately. This season I kind of gave up a bit on Fortnite. But yeah, overall, a cool and enjoyable Mythic. Oh, did I mention that Crypto was also in Fortnite? Yeah, you could have summoned him and, he could have killed enemies. Yeah, that was super cool too. It was named Crypto Street. A lot of cool things this season. I'm a bit sad that I gave up on this game, but not really, it was a bit deserved. Now we are going into the current season, and I think this is definitely the best season this chapter, and I'm going to explain why very quickly. So, the map starts with a new biome, the bug-infested biome. There being 3 bosses, okay, 3 queen bugs and a lot of bug enemies, which were pretty fun to deal with in most occasions. You also got a new location, O.X.R HQ, O.X.R being the new faction this season. The weapons this season were amazing, okay? We got a minigun, which was actually pretty bad, a plane thingy, which was a lot of fun to use. We got the new O.X.R rifle, the new rocket launcher, and overall, a lot of fun and enjoyable stuff. The vaults returned this season. You had to rank up to A to open them, and there was also a lot of bugs. Did I mention bugs? Okay, you had a bug blaster, you could have entered a bug. The medallions are a lot of fun. Overall, this season is really one of the standouts this chapter. But this is not where we are going to stop. Because during this season, we actually got map changes, okay? The bugs invaded 2 more locations slowly throughout the season. And there is something else, but first I'm going to talk about Megazord. Yes, we got a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collab, and I did a whole video about them if you want to check it out. Yes, this season you could have entered Megazord. You and your friends could have been in Megazord, controlling him and destroying your foes. But before that, you had to destroy Rita's monster. Which I must say, I really like this collab as a Power Rangers fan. I got all the skins, okay? Go check out this video, please. It's pretty okay. But yeah, this is a standout season, I'm going to say again, because the Power Rangers are here. But there is another collab, okay? And now we are going to talk about the 37.40 update. The K-pop Demon Hunters collab update added actually a lot of things. First, we got a new mob, which is Demon Rush, which is basically just, the last mode from Halloween, just retextured, the one where you kill the save the world zombies. But this time you actually get to fight more bosses, okay? PD is the final boss. I defeated him. I have a whole video on the channel with my best run. But let's talk about the Battle Royale changes, okay? The map was actually changed like it was just a new season. We got all the bug invaded locations back to a new form, okay? The bugs just left and we got a lot of cool shit. The death locations became a purple forest. We got new weapons like the Rumi sword, a lot of cool things for the K-pop Demon Hunters collab, okay? There is also the Zoe's shield bubble, which sings golden. I like K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm sorry. There is also the new Onimat, which is retextured to fit the K-pop Demon Hunters collab. The skins look one-to-one, okay? I made a video about the Spider-Man skins in Fortnite and I say the same thing there. They just took the designs out of the movie and made them perfectly into the game, which is honestly, I don't know how they do that. It's kind of weird. I don't like it. But let's talk about Fortnitemares. This year Fortnitemares is stacked, okay? We got a Scooby-Doo collab, we've got a Black Phone collab, a Ghostface collab, a Jason Voorhees collab, a Huggy Wuggy collab. I don't know why I'm saying collab, I mean skin, obviously. We got a Doja Cat skin. We got a lot of cool shit this Fortnitemares. There is more, of course. We also got Wednesday from Wednesday. I don't know why they're adding everything this collab, but it's really cool. The map also got a lot of changes. We got 4 new Halloween locations. We got camp from like Friday the 13th. We got Freaky Fields back. We got a change to Foxy Floodgate, my favorite location, and a lot more. Okay, this Fortnitemares is stacked. I don't know why, but they are doing it. They also added a Ghostface mythic, which is a lot of fun. One of my favorite weapons. Scooby Snacks. There is also the chainsaw is back. Repo skins. It's a lot, okay? This is peak, and this is where our story ends. Until, okay, no, it's not now. Okay, let's talk about the story. An artifact crashed on Oniroshima, and Hope and Jones went to find it on the island. This is the premise of this whole chapter, but let's go into the actual story right now. We met 2 new characters, Kendo and Jade, and we are joining them in defending the island against the demons. But unfortunately, while we are doing that, Jade goes missing. Kendo believes that his brother Daigo is responsible. We discover that she is trapped into the spirit realm, and we the loopers are sent to investigate Daigo's shop, underground workshop. We there find that Daigo crafts dark magic using energy siphoned from the trap sprites. We then talk to Daigo. He claims that he doesn't want to do no harm, and he just wants to go save Jade. But he can't do that because only demons can enter the spirit realm. After that, we find a way to free the Night Rose from her enslavement by Shogun's X. We trust her with helping us save Jade. After that, we help Hope investigate the dropped artifact. We discover that this is a shard of the 0 point. Yes, it's back. While we are doing this, Daigo makes 6 new masks to enter the spirit realm and save Jade. Daigo is able to save Jade from the spirit realm while doing this, but Shogun X also escapes and confronts Daigo. They have a big fight on the map, which I might say looked really crude. But Daigo manages to free him and kill him, but then his last words were meant to Daigo, saying that greed, fighting, and mayhem will come to the island. Now we enter the next season. We are trying to grow our reputation in the world of the outlaws. During this time, we help a lot of the people here, like Big Deal, Joss, and almost everybody. But also there is Fletcher Kane, who wants to add taxes to everything to increase his wealth and take over the island. But the legendary criminal Midas returns. Yes, and he wants to take down his old friend Fletcher Kane. And him and his loyal right-hand man Brutus join forces with the outlaws and us to take the supplies and more weapons to take down Fletcher Kane. Midas doesn't tell us his actual reason for being here, keeping it a secret for now, but we will find out later what it is. Midas makes us go to a broken spirit realm portal to see if it's connected to reality 0. And yes, it is. It has traces of the 0 point to it. We found out that Daigo's been helping Fletcher Kane, making him Fletcher Kane giving Daigo money for him to build him an army with the power of the masks. We found out that Fletcher Kane wants the 0 point shard. This is where Midas tells us that he is also here for the shard. And now we need to help Midas defeat Fletcher Kane. He agrees to help Jones and Hope to defeat Fletcher Kane. and what they will do later with the shard. We are spying on Fletcher Kane and finding out that he wants to put an end to Midas. We discover his involvement with Daigo and him giving him money. We also find out that Fletcher Kane is protecting Daigo's workshop for now. Slowly, the Looper, Midas, and all the other outlaws take down all of Fletcher Kane's men and all of his things, basically leaving him a one-man army. We now understood Kane's and Daigo's plan. Daigo had been supplying the Alpha with masks and promised Kane ultimate power. With Kane's gold, Daigo made a powerful mask that is enough to breach the spirit realm and collect the Zero shard. That being the, the 0 point shard. We'll talk about that later. I mean earlier. I don't know, it's kind of late, I'm sorry if it doesn't make a lot of sense. They managed to reactivate a spirit realm portal that has been dormant since Shogun X defeat. Daigo enters the portal and the big beam of energy rises into the sky. Later on, Big DILL goes to Daigo's workshop and he finds there a demonic mask. He puts it on and sees reflection of a now demonic Daigo appearing behind him. Now, this will remain mysterious for now, but we will see the end of this later. A war begins on Hiroshima, with rebel forcing clashing with the Imperial Star Destroyer as the Death Star comes slowly towards us. Leia makes us investigate the motive of Palpatine's attack on the island, leaving us to find a secret Imperial base hidden away in the mountain. We collect the data and return it to Leia with the new information. Mandalorians come to the island to go investigate one of their disloyal associates. Now they are helping us destroy the Empire. While this is happening, the Spirit Realm portal from the first Daigo event with the battle with Shogun X has been mysteriously reconstructed and reactivated, and the familiar energy ignited from it again. The Empire, with a last chance effort, tries to make us be afraid, sending their Star Destroyers right above us and bombarding all of our homes and locations. But this doesn't stop us, and we will go into the live event now. Jones and Hope lead us through the Death Star, we posing as a prisoner, allowing them to disembark their X-Wings and TIE Fighters without being noticed. They also disguise themselves as stormtroopers and prisoners in order to evade patrol and reach the defense mechanism to disable them. We go to the armory and arm ourselves with E11 blasters and DLT-19 blaster rifles. This is where we learn that the island is being looted by the Empire. We advance further into the Death Star, disabling their weapons, allowing the Blue Skardorn to make a bombing run that compromises and dooms the Death Star. A pair of stormtroopers confront Jones, who unexpectedly attempts to brainwash them using the Force before eliminating them with his blaster. We now fight through hordes of stormtroopers as we try to evacuate with their ships, but we get caught in the crossfire when a downed TIE fighter crashes into the bridge and separates Hope from the rest of us. Before he loses contact with her, Jones tells Hope to leave them behind and save herself. Emperor Palpatine confronts Jones and us, the Loopers, deflecting our blasters with his lightsaber before using the Force to take our weapons. He then wipes out with most of the group by throwing TIE fighters at us, as well as choking and electrocuting us with the Force. Hope arrives with a Rift to go and throws it at Palpatine's Force Lightning, visiting them and us above the island as Blue Squadron destroys the Death Star, resulting into an explosion that sends debris hurling towards the island surface, with one hitting the Spirit Realm portal. This creates a beam protruding up into the sky as well as shockwave that knocks the squad out. The beam catches Superman's attention, which brings us to the next season. A battle pass was downed by the shockwave. This is where Superman goes and helps the humans. But while this is happening, Daigo returns from the Spirit Realm, now with a demonic legion of demons. Now he's trying to drain the island's energy with spires. Accompanying him is Core, who previously worked with the Imagined Order. Back to Superman, the group that was in the Battle Pass discovered that now they have superpowers. Now they are being recruited by Superman, Robin, the Nitros, Hope, and Jonesy to form a superhero team that will be able to confront Daigo. Now they have a layer called the Supernova Academy, and they are known as the Supernovas. Over the days, the Supernovas are training and trying to become a better team. While this is happening, Kendo is sad and depressed that Daigo betrayed him. But he has been spying on his brother, and he realized that he isn't in control of his body and is actually being controlled by the Dark Presence. We discover that Hope has been working with Midas. He is the one that gives all the monies to the Supernova Academy. And the Red Nose had begun analyzing weak points into the archway in Utopia City, which Morgan Mist hypothesized is linked to Hope's and Midas' plan. She finds a hologram of Midas there, who explains that the archway is a portal to a vault meant to contain the 0-point shard, like the one from Chapter 1. Once they save it from the spirit realm. Morgan remains skeptical of Midas' true intentions, but Hope assures her that the partnership is necessary in case of the other shards are out there. Daigo attacks the Supernova Academy, destroying it and destroying the surrounding land. Now, the Supernovas are saying that this is just a building and they will continue to fight on. Jones and Hope plan to get back at Daigo and retrieve the 0-point shard through any necessary means. The Looper help Mist tighten surveillance by establishing scanners and lift the spirit of the Supernova Academy. The Supernovas. She understands her role is to cope with her negative mood and look out for her teammates to reinvigorate the Academy's morals. The Looper collects the Supernova's mementos and spires remnants that are used to build the inspiring monument, originated by Hope and Mist's idea to bring hope among many students and faculties in dark times. At his domain, Daigo initiates a ritual with the spires to summon the Dark Presence, but a gigantic Kraken tentacle comes to the island. He is knocked away by the creature as he was heralding its arrival. Morgan Mist and the rest of her Supernova teammates, Killswitch, Light Rider, Synthwave, Ziggy, and Hailey Sky, arrive to the compound and confront the creature, and a large-scale battle erupts. Synthwave, Killswitch, and Morgan Mist deal significant damage to the Kraken with their power, which is forced to momentarily retreat. When the Kraken returns, it comes back with 3 tentacles. But this is not for nothing, because Superman intervenes and severs one of the Kraken's tentacle and sends it through its portal, before using his heat vision to destroy the spire surrounding Daigo's now ruined lair. With the threat neutralized, Superman flies away. The Supernova's victory against the Dark Presence allows Daigo to regain control of himself, while its severed tentacle was left behind to rot on the surface, attracting the presence of flies. Noting the stench, Morgan Mist only could comment, "Gross," unaware that the fly's presence will lead to the next season. General O.X.R, the leader of the O.X.R, recruits the Looper to help defend the island from the swarm. They are dispatched on O.X.R outposts, where they assist O.X.R agents stationed there to rid the world of bugs. Yes, this season is about the bug invasion. While this is happening, Hope and Jones plot an extraction of the 0-point shard from the spirit realm. They believe the swarm are entering the island through a hidden access point that is investigating leads, leading them back to Daigo's ruined lair, where they and the Looper discover an anomaly linked with the spirit realm. The bugs accelerate their reproduction rates to unfathomable levels, which began to overwhelm O.X.R agents at their outpost. The Supernovas in particular were unable to save Utopia City from becoming overrun by infestation. Holmes sends the Looper to the Hive to help thin out the swarm and find clues that could help her locate their access point, believing it to be in the proximity. After finding traces of energy signatures from Hive statues, They erect sensors around the hive, further locate surrounding of demonic energy, leading them to discover an egg within the swarm's nest. Hope believes that the eggs are actually queen eggs that were laid in the spirit realm before being brought to Oniroshima. She hypothesizes that their energy signatures could be used to weaken the access point to restrict the swarm's invasion, and that it can be reverse engineered for them to enter the spirit realm. The Looper returns to the hive to eliminate the queen to test Hope's theory, which helps with promising results. In response to the swarm invasion, Zordon sends the 5 Power Rangers to the island to assist the people of the island to contain. The Blue Ranger has been studying the swarm on their weakness to airstrikes. The Yellow Ranger has been supplying the island with first aid. The Black Ranger has been training enforcement. And the Pink and Red Rangers were on the battleground taking down Onimorphs. Their collective efforts brought enough time for the Megazord to be summoned, with the 5 Rangers boarding it to confront Rita's Repulsa monster, a giant queen. Despite Rita's efforts, the Megazord defeats her monster. The remaining queens were no match for the sheer power of the Megazord, which destroys the hive as the O.X.R drive the rest of the swarm away from the island. The island begins to rebuild, although some individuals suspect that the newfound peace is only a veil of something more sinister to come. And this leads straight to Fortnitemares with a Thor's Queen, which is Doja Cat for some reason, which I believe is from the Spirit Realm. Go and invade island. This is where the story ends for now, but more story quests will come next week, like in 4 days. And there will also be a final live event this chapter, which I can't wait to see what they have in stock. Now, this is the end of the video. Chapter 6 was pretty amazing, and I think it will continue for the next 3 weeks. I am really excited to see what they have in stock for Chapter 7, the Simpsons seasons. I don't want to see that. And I believe that Fortnite has a bright future ahead of it. But, for now, I was Spidey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.